Every exercise you do, you're going to burn some calories, okay? And you need to burn a lot of calories.
Occasionally, TLC's reality series My 600-Pound Life will feature a patient who is so obstinate that viewers will collectively groan with frustration every time they make an excuse to avoid working out, defy a directive from the doctor, or complain when asked to exercise or follow a diet plan. Cindy Vela is one such patient, whose blatant disregard of Dr. Now's timely advice and her general lack of motivation established a bad impression on the show's fans from the beginning, and alienated their support for her, even before learning her story and following her journey. Keep listening for an update on how Cindy is doing now. In January 2021, the 4th episode of Season 9 of My 600-Pound Life aired on TLC, focusing on Cindy Vela, a 45-year-old woman from Portland, Texas. Cindy weighed 614 pounds and hoped to lose a minimum of 70 pounds to be eligible for gastric bypass surgery. Her weight problem started when Cindy was molested by a family friend at the age of 8. At first, she turned to food as her comfort to help deal with her pain of her sexual assault. Then, as she started gaining weight, she kept up the eating habits she'd acquired to increase her weight and make her undesirable, to avoid being sexually assaulted ever again. Her parents divorced when Cindy was 14, sending her deeper down the rabbit hole of overeating and excessive weight gain. The result was gradual, as she reached 140 pounds at age 10 and doubled her weight by age 14. By the time she was 30 years old, Cindy weighed 500 pounds, about 230 kilograms, and continued to gain more weight through her 30s and early 40s. When she appeared on the show in her mid-40s, Cindy was in desperate need of Dr. Now's intervention to shed a few hundred pounds for the sake of her physical and mental health. Cindy's weight came with a barrage of physical and mental health problems. First, an injury that rendered her bedridden after she reached 500 pounds prevented her from engaging in any physical activity. She could barely take a few steps, a fact that became evident when, while living at her caretaker's house, she pooped herself after getting off the bed and taking a few steps. She needed help with all activities, including eating, bathing, changing her clothes, brushing her teeth, and doing her hair. Since she couldn't even walk to the bathroom, she used diapers and relied on her caregivers to change them. In addition to the physical injury, Cindy had diabetes and lymphedema. Her weight led to complications related to the two conditions, which had her in need of oxygen support all through the day. The physical health problems afflicting Cindy took a toll on her mental health too, driving her to seek Dr. Now's help. She reported feeling that her body, which was in pain all the time, was breaking down. She hated being confined to bed all the time and didn't feel that she was living anymore. Cindy also faced the risk of more complications, such as congenital heart failure due to her diet and sedentary lifestyle. Cindy and her long-term caregiver, Sandy, became friends and maintained their friendship when Sandy moved away for work, leaving her friend and patient in the hands of another caretaker, Denise. Unlike Sandy, who chastised Cindy for her diet and refusal to exert herself and engage in physical activity, Denise served as an enabler. She brought Cindy large portions of unhealthy meals, made no effort to help her patient exercise, and advised her against seeking help for her weight problem. Fortunately, Sandy came back into Cindy's life and tore down the last bits of resistance, prompting Cindy to sign up for an appointment with Dr. Now. Cindy's first appointment with Dr. Now outraged the show's fans and gave an indication of the frustrating incidents that would follow, since Cindy didn't show up. A gracious Dr. Now gave Cindy a second chance, to which she showed up and agreed to follow the provided diet and exercise routine. The goal was that after a few weeks on the strict diet and exercise plan, Cindy would have lost 70 pounds to become eligible for gastric bypass surgery. Unfortunately, Cindy's lack of commitment prevented her from hitting the weight goals Dr. Now had set for her, together with her perennial complaining, so alienated the show's fans. Her behavior led to viewers to conclude that she wasn't willing to expend any effort toward improving her life. She proved them right when she only lost 40 pounds, then gained it all back before the end of the episode. although Cindy then pledged to continue trying her hardest to reach the threshold for the surgery by using the lessons she had taken from the show to transform her life. After her parents' divorce when she was a teenager, Cindy's mother remarried, and her stepfather, Raul Garcia Quintanilla, became her strongest supporter. He was always on the sidelines clapping when she took a step towards losing weight, encouraging her when she had setbacks. Then, in January 2022, Raul passed away. She shared the news of her devastating loss, recounting their closeness. And just a few months after, she lost her niece, Miranda Sue, to whom she was equally close. Despite losing two close family members within a few months of each other, Cindy assured her fans and supporters that she was okay and would keep trying to fulfill the pledge she made to bring her weight down, to meet the threshold for gastric bypass surgery. Since her appearance on My 600-Pound Life, Cindy has kept a low profile, only sharing occasional quotes and pictures. However, a quick scan through her social media offers insight into how she's doing now. Cindy still lives in Portland, Texas, and according to her most recent posts on Instagram, is still grieving the deaths of her niece and stepfather. However, she's maintained the positive attitude she demonstrated towards the end of her episode in My 600-Pound Life, evident in the uplifting messages she posts to encourage herself and people like her. Cindy has shared the occasional health update, such as her hospitalization some time back due to an infection that lowered the oxygen levels in her blood. However, she limits her personal posts and therefore hasn't shared any information or updates about her weight. She posts pictures of herself regularly, but ensures that they're cropped to show just her face and part of her upper body. She uses filters on the picture, which makes it difficult to judge whether she's kept up with it, and is seeing positive results from Dr. Now's diet and exercise program. Without a definitive update on the status of Cindy's health and weight, fans can only hope that she gains inspiration from the positive messages she regularly shares with her followers, and keeps up with her exercises and diet plan. If not, the consequences could prove fatal. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.